This is
What?
Hard to swallow.
Gross.
She should have put him back on the rack.
You cannot talk to me.
On the second lead vocal to the
Hi, Swallowers. Welcome back to Hard to Swallow Podcast. I'm your host, Emery LaBelle J, on Instagram and Twitter as Ain't I Emery. And of course, I'm joined here with some motherfucking Negroes I know.
Yes.
Ooh. Joining me now is Lyrical Mar on Instagram and Twitter as Lyrical Mar.
Hey guys, Happy New Year and Happy Holidays to all of you.
Oh,
I wasn't prepared for a verse, so I'll just give greetings.
yeah.
Hi.
Yeah.
Being a fully versed gay man in 2024 is enough. Now, also joining
It has always been enough.
Yo.
It has always been enough.
I'm telling you, see like that.
and also joining me is Lindsay Wagner on Instagram and Twitter as Linz Wags.
Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Okay, I'm
Bitch,
going.
why are you telling us Merry Christmas or
I
Happy
know.
New Year?
That was the last episode.
Prospero año y felicidad, okay? And a happy new year, y'all. Jesus.
What is it? What is it? Feliz Nuevo de Año?
Oh wow.
No. Yeah, it's something like that.
That was
My Spanish is not great. I'm failing as a Puerto Rico. I'm sorry.
that reminds me of the time that Nikki went on Chelsea Handler, and she asked her a question, and she was like, "Wow, you just got all Puerto Rican on me." She was like, Chelsea was like, "Dan just got all Puerto Rican on me," and Nikki was like, "Chelsea, if you don't sit down somewhere, it was a key."
Oh, I remember that.
She was like, "When you off on South Jamaica, Queens," and she was like, "Wow, you just got all Puerto Rican on me." I'm like, Chelsea, if you don't shut up, girl. I miss Chelsea Handler's show.
No, it was a key. It was needed in nighttime, late night talk shows.
It was something.
It was something.
Damn, do we even got any women in late night talk anymore?
No, and it's a shame.
All of them are like in daytime.
I think it's a shame.
Yeah. So that's what we need to change in 2025, first of all.
and I'm gonna nominate someone.
They tried it with a couple of black women too. Did not go over well.
I nominate Keke Palmer. I think she can do it.
She can do it, and I hope like the success of her podcast kind of convinces people otherwise that she can do it.
She handled daytime pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did.
So nighttime should be much
more free, liberated.
Yeah.
She definitely has that storyteller voice, and she's likable. People can have free-flowing conversations with her. So,
and she does her research.
Yes, as every Virgo does, which I love about them. She just be like an encyclopedia of fucking knowledge. Just be saying them random things. But that's to me what makes me like late night.
She doesn't know. You can tell. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, look at Lindsay all high on her throne talking about, yes, she certainly does it the right way. And as the main Virgo of the world.
Oh, goodness.
She was like, yeah.
Only second to Beyonce, as I exist.
No, she doesn't think she's second to Beyonce. She's the Virgo.
Listen. Anywho. Y'all are fucking key.
That's a key.
Mind you, as you was talking about people that need to sit down, I'm thinking about social media when social media going off about OBO and his man on Twitter. First of all, I'm like, what is this even about? Why is this a thing? And we touched on it, I think, lightly in the last episode, but then OBO and his man responded.
Oh, they did?
Can you, who's OBO? for the listeners.
So OVO Jones is a what do you call that? Content creator on Instagram and Twitter.
I guess yeah, he would be like a media personality, content creator.
Yeah.
He used to have a very popular YouTube series, which he ended, I think, a couple of years ago. He would
Yes,
have
I
really
remember.
like candid conversations about being queer and different things, sex, intimacy, all
He also like
space.
promotes a lot of products and shit. Like
He's also extremely fine, articulate, all of the things.
and a nice fat ass that he doesn't use.
Ooh.
Well,
Well, we don't really know if that's true or not.
a fantasy that he doesn't use. Excuse me. Have you seen it?
Listen,
Have you seen it? Of course he uses it.
Have you seen her?
Have you seen that chocolate body? And you think
I
that-
have not seen OVO. I am not saying that I have seen him naked. I just know that he's
Well, I
he
thought,
has been a top
but I think
for someone
but
I know.
Wait a minute.
Miss fucking thing.
Wait, what?
Why does he?
I thought OVO had whispered in your ear.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, no. I mean, listen, we've met before. I ain't trying to, cause bitch, then he gonna see me and be like, bitch, I've never seen this man in my life.
Right.
That's
She's
a
gonna be like,
lie.
I don't
I
mean
think
to
he
sound
whispered in
ridiculous.
your ear. I can't remember though.
Come a little closer. Let me whisper in your ear.
Okay. Where do you see my O?
It's giving you made that up.
You made that up. No, I would never say that. He was giving me any more attention than any other regular person. But I know somebody that actually had with him.
Why are you? Why are you talking about
The
this?
way he's
We
trying
don't
to,
have to. We don't have
You
to.
got a
the
whole
way he
new man.
is trying to brush that, bitch. No,
But I heard it was good too. No shade.
he whispered in
Hey,
your ear, bitch.
So if anybody is sitting behind a corner watching, waiting for the couple to break up, and you want some dick from him, 5-star review, 5 out of 5. Go for it.
And you saying that when he got a man, so that they can attack the
Well,
relationship.
they already
Listen, you know these people be plotting on relationship demises. I'm just relaying the
really do.
news.
They really do.
It's
Okay.
Some of them don't. Well, that's
Maybe.
why we're here now, because they don't even believe they're supposed to be together.
Yeah,
Oh my
because I'm gagging for several reasons. Because motherfuckers be claiming y'all want gay representation of love and intimacy and all these things. You get it, and all of a sudden it's like, nah, but we don't want
Let's
that.
lead with what is the issue that they have. First of all, what is it that they have an issue with?
That particular clip that they
It's a
did.
particular clip, which may have been an ad or whatever. They were in matching outfits, and there was a handshake. You know, it's very mask for mask love, right?
Look at us, black nigger loving gay men.
Not that.
We's masculine, and we's loving while we's masculine.
We're lovers. We look like brothers. We're happy and we're together.
I mean, I don't see anything wrong with it. I think it's more of a shock that OVO actually really hard launched a man. Because they, like, I don't think that might be, not that I can
It's
recall.
unprecedented for him.
Yeah, not that I can recall, because OVO is one of those, desired gentlemen out in the gay sphere.
I mean, yeah, he checks all the boxes. He's attractive. He's well dressed. He smell good. He has a gray head on his shoulders.
But the nigga didn't whisper in his ear though. But he know how he smells. Okay.
Well, yes. Well, yes.
Listen, he's he's a very desirable bachelor. That's all I'll say.
Get your words together, okay? Get your words together, okay? Talk about
I can't even. I'm just thinking about the man.
Talk about he's chocolate, and then he be wearing those little nerd glasses, and that takes it up another notch.
Gorgeous.
You know, I love a nerd.
Okay.
When I think about OVO, I think about I think about that clip of what's her name, the rapper, My Neck, My Back. Kaya, when she was talking about papoose. Oh, papoose.
She was like,
That's how I think about.
she was like, that's a black
It's something
white
about
dude.
that papoose. That's how I think about OBO.
Girl,
No shade.
Girl, she stink.
And no, yeah. She smelled like inside of a trash can without the lemon bags.
I can't stand Kyle.
Damn.
Anyway,
Well, there's several things with OBO, and I think his name is Jamel. They were citing how performative the video, the clip seemed, and they weren't showing enough affection. It's like they can't ever do anything right. Like I said, y'all claim y'all want representation. Okay, they're both good looking, they're both handsome, they're both masculine, like y'all fucking like them. Okay. Because y'all always have something to say when it's someone more femme or femme leaning or genderqueer. So it's everything y'all supposedly say y'all fucking like. So what's the issue? I really don't get it. My estimation is that at the end of the day, what do the swallows always say? He don't want you. Okay, you have some niggas talking, saying negative things about what their clip may or may not represent. Y'all would never have a chance with either Jamel or OBO.
Okay,
y'all need to relax.
What about the critiques of?
Why can't
Do
OBO?
you all think it's authentic? Do you all think it's authentic?
I will say this.
Oh,
it was very. It did feel cringe a bit, but couples do it all the time. You know, the straight couples, you know, as couples doing in social media, they do it too. They have cringe videos as well.
Yes, to me, it's just normal IG couple fan.
Yeah, and this is not their first video. That particular video, I can see what people were saying, but I've also seen them together before, and it seemed like they're really into each other. But I think the girls are just bitter. I mean, can we call a thing a thing?
Yeah,
you're bitter. Just say,
I think
just say you're bitter and you didn't expect OBO's man to arrive in that package.
I think social media has gotten too comfortable with criticizing like who should be with who. Like it's not your relationship. No. And whatever reason why people get together is between those two people.
Exactly.
If it is for fame, so the fuck what? Y'all always celebrating power couples. Well, what's really different about two content creators getting together to become said power couple? If that's what they want to do, as long as it's mutual and respectful and they on the same page, I don't have a problem with it. It's not my relationship.
Period.
Is it performative? Let's not act like we don't recall that puppy dog love stage in the beginning where y'all all want to do cute shit together.
Yeah,
especially around this time of year, Christmas, New Year's, Thanksgiving just happened. Everybody was talking about how they want to get in a relationship and wear matching pajamas and matching clothes and shit. I just saw a lot of y'all doing that.
They need to go the fuck up.
They really do. But of course, these are people who are single, who have not reached the same type of mature relationship that y'all have with a decade plus in. But people like them, they're looking for the cute shit, the Instagram photo.
Well, I have to add this. I think I read or saw somewhere that, or maybe even heard, somebody may have whispered in my ear that OBO was said to not have really like been fucking with black men.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? Not like that.
Okay, well, bitch, you turned a new page. So here we go.
So I'm with the man. Come on.
You imagine if he was white?
Come on.
They really would be losing it. Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. It's not a big.
I think they look cute together. As a follower of OBO, I personally wish that he would have waited longer before he, went all in with this guy. But let's just see. You know, I don't know how long they were dating before they went public, but I bet it wasn't long. And at the end of the day, you know, I think as gay men, we should move a little bit slower. That's just my opinion.
Right.
If you know, you be putting it out to there, and then you be like, you know, then those pictures of you and the old lover linger a year later, and then somebody else is trying to like, oh, I thought you had a boyfriend, but ain't nobody got time for that. Why was they posting anyway? Why was y'all doing all this anyway? You didn't even know that motherfucker. Y'all didn't even know each other for a year. People think they know each other quick. It's fine. I think he has good judgment. We don't know, but I wish he would have waited longer because it makes sense for him and his brand.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, that's just how I feel about it. But they look cute together, and I like those outfits they had. And OBO has a perfect skin, so he's gonna be all right.
And especially OBO is kind of like a polarizing figure too, because he's so handsome, so hot, and he's a front-facing person. Like, you know, men and women be losing it over him. So
checks all the boxes.
Ain't nobody like. It's like anybody. I think that's like anyone that he would have picked, he would be getting some shit for it.
Yeah, and anyone that he picked, I would have wanted him to wait. Whether it was a woman, a gay man, a black man, a white gay man. I mean, he should wait. Look, did you see the way Rihanna was looking at him when she met him? She was getting.
I did like. Who is this piece of man?
So in that moment, you know, that's my only critique, and I don't think it's a critique because I like OBO and I follow him.
And,
you know, and I'm a fan. Now that other one he just got with, I don't know who that is. I'm gonna have to see who that is. Okay, I don't know if the girls don't see it for OBO for him. Maybe they're just being territorial. I think that's half of what it is. Get that too, because he's been single, and the girls are giving. Why is he with him? You know what I mean? Child, the girls are tired.
The girls are giving. Was holding my legs open for you, and you chose him.
And listen, somebody even said something about it.
Yeah, they did.
And I'm like, girl, shut up. He don't want you.
He don't want you. He may have helped you, but he don't want you.
Okay.
It's too many motherfucking people that told you was too hot, too fly, but providing the bare minimum, and you didn't get chosen.
I would like to have OBO on our show to discuss this. And
he would get us together.
Honestly, we didn't say anything wrong. But at the end of the day, I need this is the kind of show where he can come say some ghetto shit. You know, he don't really be doing that kind of stuff.
No shade. OBO is actually on the short list of people I would like to have on the show, actually.
I mean, he should
just really smart.
He has the range.
Because we're on his side. So, you know, it's giving come on and say what you think about these queens.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cute.
Well,
yeah.
OBO, I wish you success in your new relationship. We're gonna mind our business.
Yes.
What you eat does not make us shit.
No.
And
enjoy the representation.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, I don't think OBO or Jamel know that there's some, you know, like barometer for success in romantic queer relationships. Like, I think they're just trying to get a coin. They love, you know, they're in a honeymoon stage, they feeling it, and whatever it is, it's what it is. He hard launched his man. Get over it.
Okay.
That's it.
I'm all for it. If it is some type of synergetic relationship with 1 + 1 = 5, fuck it. Monetize off of it. We're good over here.
Do what you gotta do.
Do what you gotta do. And you also have a birthday coming up next month, so happy early birthday to you, OBO.
Yes. Happy birthday.
He's a Capricorn?
He's a Capricorn?
No, he's an Aquarius. It's at the end of the month.
Oh, he's an Aquarian.
Okay. That makes sense.
Okay.
Not it makes sense.
It do though.
You know, Aquarius, they go steam head, honey. They put that lever right there. And right there the week after they meet him, is giving, bitch, this is my man. This is my man.
Well,
Okay, then the next thing you know, they be fighting in the parking lot, and they be giving then then the Aquarius gets beat up. It'd be a whole thing.
I want to debate that you're wrong, but I don't have many examples that proves otherwise. So you talking to a motherfucker, my grandma, my father, Aquarius.
Yeah, too much.
They are. But did y'all also see the Beyonce Netflix halftime show?
Yes, I did.
Beyonce. Okay.
Beyonce.
Beyonce.
Did y'all approve? Did y'all like it?
Who's going first?
Ah!
You need to assign this one because
Well, since you went, you should go first.
for me.
I was there. So okay, yeah, I was there. I gotta just get this out the way
Go
because
ahead, do it.
okay, it was it was so much getting there. We got to the stadium. We get to the door. They was like, "Oh no, this is a VIP club member entrance. You got to go to the next door."
You went to this and you didn't tell me.
Yeah, I was there. I was there at the
You was
Beyonce.
there.
Oh, wow, it's
After-
going on.
He was in Houston.
That's literally why I went to Houston.
He was in H-Town for
Oh,
Beyonce.
okay, you know what?
We didn't talk about this.
Right.
Yes,
Okay,
I was.
okay.
You didn't even look at my Instagram stories. Anyway, so yeah, I get there. They told us to go to the next door. We get to the next door. They was like, "No, you gotta go to the next door." Mind you, we already running late. It says it's 4 minutes. No, actually, it said 1:30 to the end of the second quarter, where they start the halftime show. So we running, and my dumb ass decided to wear heels. So, bitch, I'm over here running with a thumb queen and a pair of heels.
To a football
Oh my
game.
god.
I wanted to be a butch queen. So we run to the next door. They was like, "No, you gotta go one more door down." Bitch, we are leaking in sweat. We get to the third door. We running up steps. Then we gotta find our section. They was like, 135 is this way. We get to the steps. We're like, "Where's the seats?" All the fucking seats are packed. So while we waiting trying to find a seat and the security helping us,
Mhm.
this old white man literally grabbed me and tried to push me out of the way, like saying I was blocking his view.
Bitch.
And he was with his wife. The way I turned around, I said, "Bitch, you done lost your motherfucking mind." Instantly, I said, don't ever touch me. Keep your fucking hands off of me. So security came over, was like, "Please let it go," and trying to diffuse the situation. The white man was barely acknowledging me or the security guard. So that made me even more mad. So then I got in his face closer. I said, "Don't put your fucking hands on me ever again."
Come on, Child.
The whole time this happened, the girl I was with didn't even see that because she was still trying to find her seat. So then we get to the seat. Mind you, literally while all of this is happening, the show just started.
Oh my god.
So now we like, "Oh, bitch, can we just be in one spot?" We get to the seats. Somebody's sitting in our seat.
Of course.
So that was the whole thing.
Oh my god.
Then some white lady was like, "No, you sitting in our seat." So it's this whole situation going on about seats. Then the girl I was with cleared the lady. She was like, "Bitch, do you want to fight?" So after we saw the show, we left because it was like, it's too much tension over here. It's too much tension over here. But the show, okay, let's get to that.
So did you like the show? Did you see it back? Did you like the performance?
I love the show because there was so many moving parts. First of all, nobody is doing what Beyonce doing. There was like 200 motherfuckers in the stadium. Like there wasn't really like a stage. So they told her, I guess she couldn't do a stage.
Right.
So for her to have, oh my God, like 200 dancers, cars, for this not even to be the Super Bowl, I was like, bitch, this is crazy. This is crazy. It was beautiful. Everybody was in white. And then, of course, I was so excited for Yaya and Riverdance, and it did not disappoint.
No.
It was exactly what I wanted. It was exactly what I wanted. Now, I did notice, and somebody pointed this out to me, that Beyonce ever since she had surgery, she has not been doing certain types of dances anymore. Like getting low on her knees and shit. Like she don't do none of that no more. I was like, that's a good observation. I would have liked a little bit more some of that of yesterday, but it's fine. This is what we're dealing with.
Wait till you get 40 and let's see how.
I can't complain, right? I cannot complain.
You're trying.
But even, right.
She's
No,
40
I know
years
that.
old.
I was
3
wondering
times
why she
pregnant.
wasn't doing certain things. So what I'm saying is, I was wondering why she wasn't doing certain moves. So when my
She's
friend
older.
pointed that out, I was like, okay, that makes sense. I
She's
forgive.
older.
I'm sorry. Yeah, those days are done. Seeing Blue, beautiful moment for me. The entrance parts with the Black country singers, love that moment.
It made me cry. It did.
It made me emotional too. I don't know why.
Yeah, because I'll get into it when we get to me.
Yeah. So for me, out of 10, it was a 10.
Yes.
Marcus?
I agree. It was a 10. I mean, first of all, there's so much symbolism in everything Beyonce does, from the Cadillac to, she's making statements everywhere you look. But also, like you said, there's a lot of moving parts to her performance. And everybody was constantly moving. And so was she. I saw that she wasn't moving the same at the Renaissance tour, to be honest. But I didn't hold it against her. To me, everything else was still, and honestly, when you're singing live, we shouldn't have that expectation. I mean, if it's Tyla, yes, we expect Tyla to do it. She's 19 years old.
Right.
Or whatever the hell she is. But Beyonce, no. She's earned the right to do half of it live and half of it on a track. Okay? Because she's giving you everything else. And trust me, she's giving everything. Somebody said, haven't we seen this performance before? And that pissed me off. Because, yes, we have. Okay? It's Beyonce. It's a little bit of that great performance that she did in the Green, the Emmys or Oscars. It's a little bit of mix of that and when she did Coachella. To me, it's those two performances mixed. But it's also Beyonce doubling down on her live brand.
That mic was on.
You girls don't get it. Okay? Over Shakova. No one else is doing it.
Nope.
This is what she does. It's giving marching band. Yes, all of it. Marching band, dancers, live band, acrobatics, going all the way up to the sky. I expected nothing less. She looked great. She seemed very relaxed.
Yes. Comfortable.
Yes, I love the collaborations. I do not care for Jolene as a song. I don't care for that song as a whole.
Oh, you don't like it at all?
And I don't know. No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's fine. It's fine for me, but I also don't want to hear her sing it. I'll say that. No, I mean, that to me was the low part of the performance. I mean,
it's such an iconic country song. They had to be, yeah.
Yeah, but I can get away with saying it. I've been with her since.
Yeah.
We're the same age. We're peers, so I can say it. So fuck y'all. I don't want to hear Beyonce sing Jolene. But let me tell you something. She turned that motherfucking performance out. I was satisfied, and I see why y'all left after the performance. Because why stay after you see that?
Game was ass anyway.
Oh yes.
To top it off. It was fabulous. I loved everything about it. From her entrance, the mic was on. She looked absolutely stunning. That part where the girls, oh my God, I don't know everybody's name, but they just looked so beautiful in their white. They looked absolutely stunning in that white. And the song is so meaningful. There's a lot of debate about what Paul McCartney was even talking about, but it's loosely based on the Little Rock Nine, the black kids integrating the white school, and they would, that sort of thing, and the civil rights movement. So that's what that song is kind of like supposed to signify. And when they say you were always waiting for your moment to be free, you were always waiting for your moment to arrive, it's just like they arrived because there's been so much contention around especially black women in country. And yes, mother. And yeah, it was just wonderful to see. Even the Black Rodeo Queen, she wrote a special thank you to Beyonce, because she went through a lot hosting rodeos in Houston, and to the point where she had given up and like literally stopped doing what she was doing. And for Beyonce to select her to be part of this moment was really, really a good thing for her. It was just wonderful. I'd like to also note Paris Gabel. We talked about Paris Gabel because I said in the last show that someone keeps saying that somebody needs to tell Paris Gabel and Bankhead to stop choreographing everything. No. No. That breakdown of bucking, I need y'all to get into. And I need y'all on TikTok, because the dance, that little segment is blowing up all over TikTok. I need y'all to hit that choreo and stop acting scared. If you really want to know how to do it, there is a guy there. His name is Zach Moulton. He is on Beyonce's left. If you're looking at TV, he's on the left. That nigga is bucking. He's bucking. The name of the song, Bucking. That choreography is so clean. It's so sharp. It's so good. Even Beyonce made a stank face as she was doing it. That choreography is so fucking good. It's my favorite part in the entire segment. Next to Blue doing all her choreo in the back. And also my other favorite moment was that beautiful run at the end that Mike was on. And y'all need to know this. There's nobody doing it like her.
Nobody.
And stop comparing her to those people. Y'all know who y'all were comparing her to.
Oh, that was so annoying.
Even her peers. Stop it.
No, I'm gonna just say it. They were comparing her to Rihanna for using the elevated stage. That was one of the comparisons. I'm like, are y'all for real right now?
Let's not do that.
That's not even worth mentioning.
Let's not. She was amazing. She looked great. Yeah. It was
But
good.
listen, if you all have, I know a lot of you probably watch live, but if you haven't actually watched the Netflix version with the multi-shot angle and
so
HD, please do yourselves a favor and watch that version,
so
because
good.
it was so good. I was like, okay, this is even better.
So freaking good. No, she did her thing. I was so happy.
No, I was happy too. And I was like, that's the closest I've ever been to her. So it felt, I'm like, oh, I didn't know. This is the thing I didn't know I needed.
I know. I've never seen her in person. And I hate that for me because I'm a big fan. But I hate concerts.
I also thought it was a key that only Beyonce can get top popular artists like fucking Post Malone and Shabuzi to come out for 2 seconds.
They did their thing too.
Yeah,
they did. For 2 seconds this is not the Super Bowl. This is a halftime show in fucking Houston.
Now let's ask the question they were all asking. Does this show put pressure on Kendrick Lamar for the Super Bowl?
Absolutely. But Kendrick Lamar, to me, is not one of those people that would be fazed by it.
No, he'll be fine.
Because he's comfortable in his lane and what he can do.
He's gonna be good.
He's a visual oriented artist. I have no doubt that he's gonna do what he needs to do. Because whatever he's doing is completely different from what
Absolutely,
Beyonce's
he's a
doing.
rapper, but he's
Completely.
definitely a creative, so it'll be fine.
Yeah, he's fine. Yeah,
Mhm.
he ain't worried. But I do think this is one of those game changing things that now artists are feeling like, hey, I have opportunities to promote my album in ways I didn't think of. I can
Yeah,
I can volunteer to do a halftime show at a game that doesn't have to be the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Who does that? You know, and the part, this is random, but the part that wore me out, Houston football team got their ass beat so bad.
they
By the
had
That-
Baltimore
two.
Ravens.
Oh my God, no
Baltimore
less.
Ravens.
By the
And-
Baltimore Ravens.
It was so bad. It was two. It wasn't a two the whole time.
Baltimore is a good team.
I saw people leaving the stadium early.
Oh my God.
They were so
Yeah, 'cause it was a
embarrassed.
blowout. Like, what the fuck are y'all doing?
They're like, y'all done brought out Beyonce home and y'all losing
And badly.
badly. Like, I'm talking about almost, 30? It was crazy.
It was bad.
Man.
It was sad, actually.
When I saw them people leaving the stadium early, I said, oh, bitch.
Yeah, you already know. Like, now we
Y'all done fucked up.
That's crazy.
I gotta add this to the story of things to never forget. How about we lost the car at the stadium? We were rushing trying to get there so bad, we forgot to take pictures of where we parked.
Oh no.
There were like 8 parking lots, and because we had went to so many different doors, we couldn't remember which lot we came from.
I know your feet were screaming in those heels.
His feet, my whole leg was falling off the bone, bitch. For 3 days, mind you.
Oh my God.
3 days. I kid you not. For 3 days, I was like, I would never do that again. Well, anyway, it was worth the trip. Watch the show if y'all haven't already.
Mhm.
Now, okay, let's get to it. Now, 2024 is wrapping up, as we all know, and we're gearing up for 2025. But let's look back at the type of year that we had. Let's start with TV shows to remember in 2024. Your top 3 picks.
Yeah.
Did it really even have a lot of good shows that came out this year? I would say, some.
That came out this year because one of mine is the second season or second or third season.
That aired this year.
I have
Okay,
House
what you got?
of Dragons.
House of the Dragons. Okay.
House of Dragons. Dune Prophecy. That's a new show.
Yes, ma'am.
It is fabulous.
2
It
shows on HBO Max platform.
Yep. And all of them are on Max, by the way.
Yeah.
I can't
What's the
think of
last one?
Industry. This is some of the best TV that people are not watching. Industry is one of those shows. It's right up there with Succession. It is right up there with Game of Thrones. It is one of the best shows on television. And it is one of those shows that, once again, Emery and I broke down season 3? It was the season 3 finale in
Yeah,
a
it was season
way,
3.
in a way that hopefully one day I'm praying that 2025 gives us a show that we can really like bring to y'all and review it, because I think we're depriving the world of these episode breakdowns. Like, we break down their characters, how they behave throughout the season, all sorts of things we talk about. That show is insane. On my honorable mention, of course, the guys hated it. I loved it. It was the Jared Carmichael show, which was
Mhm.
sort of a reality show, like an unreality show. It gave me one of my best lines, which was when they decided to be open because Jared just could not stay faithful. And he was figuring out that monogamy not only was his thing, but it was tied to his father and his father's numerous infidelities and outside children. But what his boyfriend, Steve, I think his name is Steven, asked was, do you really want to be open or do you need the transgression? Which solidified Steven, the boyfriend, a place in my heart because it was such a profound question. And it actually prompted Jared Carmichael to action with that statement, with that question. So, yeah, that was it for me.
I think those are good picks.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Lyrical Mar?
Cal Jam, he's annoying as fuck. Okay.
We know y'all hated it.
Watching him, over this white boy. Whatever. I was losing. Anyways, I was losing it. That stupid ass show. You had to unpack that shit to your parents. You want everybody to see your motherfucking parents respond to you being gay with this white boy. I mean, what is going on? But listen, it's his story.
He ain't the first, and he most certainly ain't gonna be the last.
And you know it's gonna be nominated for some type of Beat Emmy or something. You know what they mean? Okay, they always doing stuff like that. Anyways, I'm gonna go with Abbott Elementary, Quinta show. Okay, I enjoy that show. I think it's a kiki, and honestly, I love how it's an eloquence to making fun of white people on TV.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what show is this?
Abbott Elementary.
Look at her.
Oh,
She's not even. She wasn't even listening. That's tired. My number two. I'm gonna just go ahead and give it to RuPaul's Drag Race. Okay.
Start your engines.
Give a fuck. Keeps me entertained. You know what I mean? Who's still bringing drags on TV like this? I mean, it's amazing how long the show's been on.
Yeah.
And the next season is going to be over. So
I feel good about it.
Okay. And then the third,
we'll be reviewing it.
Housewives of Salt Lake City, baby.
Yes.
Cosby, let me tell you something.
She redeemed herself.
Did you see that scene with her and her son?
Yes.
I mean, her son is battling addiction, drug addiction. Mm-hmm. But we didn't expect Mary to handle it like this. I mean, she was fabulous. Yeah. And it was a good season for me. So
it's fab. I don't want it to end.
Those are my top three. I'm not really into scripted because, in my opinion, the scripted isn't as good as it used to be. But that's for them to know and for me to find out. But but I am liking anime more.
Oh.
Well, Brandon be watching it, so
anime.
What is that?
I'm liking anime more.
Oh, anime more. Bitch, I thought that was a woman's name.
I thought it was anime more. Okay, who anime?
Who was this bitch? We supposed to watch her?
Oh, you're watching anime. Cool.
That is very interesting. Let me find out.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting into it. I mean, they be having dramatic storylines.
Yeah, they do.
It's funny you say that because I have a separate 3 for Japanese anime for the people that watch that.
But the caveat is,
yes,
I only like it when there's somebody gay, trans, or non-binary. Like that to me is the ones I want to see. I don't want to see this other stuff that they make up. I want to see the gay people navigating.
Yes, they got a lot of gender neutral people. Like
I like that.
Yeah,
I'm into those. So
usually the animes I like.
on Squid Games this season.
I heard it got terrible reviews.
Really?
Yeah.
Darn it.
And the guy looks old, the main character.
I don't know. I haven't even given it a start yet. I haven't been motivated to watch it.
You know me, it's too violent. And I told you he had a white head next to his mouth in the first one. So I knew I was not watching that.
If you want to get my attention, as soon as a nigga die, I'm about to watch it.
Oh Lord.
I don't know what it is. I love me some action. Like a gun shooting. That's
My
how
I like romance.
that's how Ozark got me. Ozark, blew a nigga head.
Ozark was that girl.
Yes.
Ozark was that because people was in the first 15 minutes, a nigga got his fucking head not shot off.
And I don't know when I became this person, but I like the ghetto shit.
Oh,
Actually,
no, that got
on my
me.
top 3 list is Baddies Midwest on Zeus Network. I'm kidding.
No,
I'm
it
kidding.
ain't.
Oh, I'm about to say this.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
They fight every minute.
No, they fight down. I be seeing clips on Twitter though, so I'll be like, girl. But no, for my list, my top 3. Oh my God. So of course, you know this is challenging for a Libra. So, but Doom Prophecy on Max, I gotta put it there. Story writing is amazing. I actually had to put Agatha All Along on Disney Plus.
Yes.
It was really good story writing,
good.
plot development, foreshadowing, all the things that
enjoyed
makes a
it.
great story.
Awesome.
And I'm going to put X-Men 97. I had a long.
Yes.
It was for that to be an animated show. The storytelling was great. It's really good.
I want to watch it. As a matter of fact, Beja has said he was somewhere and they put it on, and he said, "I think I'm gonna go home and put that back on." It was so good. But my
It's
brother
good.
tricked me. He's like, "Well, you gotta go back and watch 5 seasons." Why?
Some of it.
Do a synopsis. What do I need to know before I start it? Like, I'm just gonna Google it.
No,
I
Steve,
wanna
it's not something you can. It's not something you can. Rush
No,
through.
yeah, it's no way for me to summarize it, but there are some things that
I
you
would
should
let
know.
Chat GPT or somebody Google do it.
You know, ChatGPT. Yeah, I actually do that
tell me
all the time.
Because my brother was like, "You really got to watch like the first 5 seasons." I'm not doing that. Why can't I just pick up the story?
You don't have to, but some of it is definitely irrelevant information you should know. As long as you know the basic about the characters, though. But you kind of need to know at least how the last season ended and where they are now.
But the writing seemed like it was stellar, and the acting—that's what was drawing me in. Like hear, what's her name? What's the one Rusty they call her? And I never. What's her name? The country Rusty.
What's
her name?
Rogue.
And I never went back. Like real, like dramatic.
And it gives you. It basically lets us know what we need from the movies that are soon to come down the line. This is what it was supposed to be like. Okay. But it was just really good. Very well done. Action was great. But so my honorable mentions, I have to at least mention Shrinking season 2. Only reason I didn't put it is I didn't finish the second season yet, so I can't put it there without finishing it.
Shrinking is excellent.
But also Industry season 3, it was great television.
You already know. Yeah. Me and Emery were there. We did. How many episodes did we talk about? No, we literally talked about. Wait, I went back and watched for you because you were in the middle of season 2, and then I waited for you to finish all of season 3. So yeah.
But that's on Max as well if y'all want to check that out. Now for my anime hits, I'm just gonna quickly say Solo Leveling, Kaiju number 8, and Frieren. Those are my top 3 animes of 2024. Marcus, you have something you want to add?
No, I was just wondering we were gonna move on.
Yeah,
Oh.
we moving on right now.
That went off. Y'all watch a
Now-
lot of TV.
Yeah,
I watch too much TV.
I'm a big fan of fiction, fantasy,
I'm trying to do like
drama.
in scripted shows.
Right. Okay. What about the top 3 songs of the year for you?
I would like to go first.
Go.
I was like thinking about this, and I want to make sure it came out this year really quick, but I think it did. That song. Oh, yes. That song, $1 Million Baby.
By
That white man.
Tommy
You
Richmond.
like that?
Tommy Richmond.
Mm-hmm.
I love that fucking song.
Really?
I never met the same baby. I can do
I don't
it.
like it.
I can make it good for you. No, let the want to make it so badly. You feel yourself.
Million baby.
Background shit. Hell nah. I like that song. I can't deny it. Whenever I hear it, it comes on. I'm like, bitch, this song is beat. And also because it's kind of his breakthrough song. So to kind of witness it, you know, I know that his music's gonna get much better. I'm gonna have to say, I'm gonna put "Nasty" by Tinashe on my list.
yes.
Hmm.
That makes no difference because it hurts so bad. Tinashe gets it.
She does. She's underrated.
It's a cute little bop for her.
And this last song, I mean, and this might be weird coming from me, but I have to. There's no rappers on here, by the way. Shade. I mean, but Doechii is an honorable mention all the way around.
Oh, for sure. For
He's
sure.
over. But I have to give it to that motherfucking Sabrina Carpenter, Espresso.
Yes.
That
That
song,
was actually almost on my list.
that song is punch.
Ooh.
Do you hear me?
The number of times I've listened to Espresso on my way to work.
And you be driving for blood too, don't you, girl?
Because that song is so cunt.
It's cunt.
It's
That's on my
cunt.
honorable mentions.
I had to put it on my top 3 because the other
No, I was debating because, bitch, I listened to that song down.
it's over.
It's over. It is. And these new girls don't get me like that, but bitch,
Period.
Sabrina got me.
Sabrina Carpenter had me in a choke. A bunch of white bitches had me. Sabrina Carpenter, Gracie Adams, the racist, Camila Cabello. They had me in a fucking Charlie XO. Like I was doing Brat Summer. My whole summer was white.
Not the racist.
Yeah. But she did give the blacks some money. I like that. Put your money where your mouth is. I'm working late.
I can't think of this other song I like.
I might say it for you. Well, say yours. I think I know what it is.
It's this song by Chapel Roan that I really love. But what's your 3?
I wanted to put Chapel. See, it's like all right, I'm gonna do my 3, but then all my white bitches that I was fucking with this summer are my honorable mentions. So I'm gonna go with I was also my first one is Lil Demon. You know, that's Future. I love Future. Anything he come out with, I'm listening to. Then my it's like a tie.
What song by Future did you say?
Lil Demon. And then it's like a tie, like it's my daughter, Sideways. That's Jatavia.
Oh yes, yes, yes.
Bitch, I ain't friendly. I don't fuck with y'all bitches. You know, that was my theme
That's your
song.
language.
And that's tied with Wildflower by Billie Eilish. When I tell you, I was going back and forth. It was like Star the Show, like JT's like new album, Star the Show, and it was Sideways, and then it was Wildflower. It was just insane. So that's high, like with Wildflower. And then I'm gonna put something new on, something I put on my stories recently. It's Kitchen by SZA. I don't know, I have an affinity for this record because of how nostalgic it sounds to me. It's very easy listening, yacht rock. She announced that there's going to be a final release this week, and I cannot wait to hear it because those ambient vocals, I hope they're pitched up more. Like I hope it sounds more ambient, and I hope she pitches the vocals more. I know the way I want it to sound in my head, and I hope it sounds that way on Saturday or Sunday when it comes back out. My honorable mention is every white girl we've mentioned.
Yeah, right.
Charlie XCX. I ran that fucking album into the motherfucking ground.
She is another one.
Camila Cabello, that was probably her best work. Y'all didn't even understand that song with Playboy Cardi, but that's your loss. Yes, she was a racist. I didn't care. I was listening to her. Gracie Adams, y'all know what it is. I love you. I'm sorry. Close to you. I was just like, the white girls were ruling. Chappell Rowan wrote the most wonderful fucking stud song, because if y'all break those lyrics down, she's basically saying, bitch, you could kiss every motherfucking nigga you want to, but you let me eat your pussy, and you know why. That is literally what that song is about. The lead single, what is it? Goodbye. What is it? Oh God, I can't even think of it right now. But that's what the song is about. Straight up. They keep comparing her. It's called Good Luck Babe, because that's what she's telling her. Good luck, babe, because you played yourself. It's like like, bitch, you will never be able to front on me. You could kiss 1,000 motherfuckers. You could kiss 1,000 boys. You could suck 1,000,000 dicks. But I know what she was doing in that bad bitch. Okay? And
no, she was on my honorable mention too.
Chappell is amazing. If you're not into her, I don't know what's going on. They keep comparing her to Gaga. Yeah.
They're different.
Yeah, they're different because to me, I hate to say it, she's like bargain basement Gaga.
I know what you mean by that.
Does that mean like there's chicness missing? When Gaga did what she did, there's an element. It's chic. Chappell is like not.
But they both give me drag.
Yeah, I fuck with her anyway. I don't care. She is that girl.
Yeah.
Did I name all white girls? Gracie Adams, Camila Cabello.
Yeah, you named them all.
Oh, Sabrina Carpenter.
You said her. Espresso.
And Bedcam.
Yes. That was ours too.
The entire album.
Bedcam and Espresso was my two honorable mentions from her. I really enjoyed those two. Another honorable mention for me was Push to Start by Tyler. I played that song out.
Oh yes, Water.
Is that the one that? Is that the one that goes? Is that the new one that's?
Yes.
Yes. That song is so fucking.
I say the climax of that song is as soon as she comes in and she starts moving her little tiny waist and she goes pushing my buttons in my head.
I love it. I love it. So
literal
much.
part is
so
the best fucking part. It's giving. Come on, Tyler, the little baby.
So cunt.
It's so cunt. and then the video made me love it more. I was like, this is exactly what I needed from it.
Well, I'm like,
But that's an honorable mention. That's not even my top 3.
is that? I mean, I left Tyler. Is that like pedophile music? I mean, they have like, give me a light. I'm like, are they 12 years old? Who's singing this chorus?
You remember she sounds African. So I think that's just the inflection in the voice.
Lindsay. It sounds like children.
Right.
It's nothing but her.
That's my only critique of that song. Give me a light. I'm like, are these children?
Who is that?
No, those
Who
are
need a
bad.
cough
Isn't
drop?
that-
That's probably her vocal pitched up and pitched down.
Possibly.
Sounds like a children's choir to me.
Ah.
I'm like, Tyler, come on, stop. You're a grown woman. I'm pushing my buttons and my hesitation. I'm like, this is the second girl. This is the second girl that came out with a song using that word motivation. I'm like, are they shading Norman? Remember
Absolutely
her,
not.
No money, no.
Remember her motivation song?
I do.
Yeah,
It was short lived.
yeah.
And she's like the second girl. Who's the other girl that had the motivation in the chorus? I'm like, are they trying it?
Well, Kelly Rowland had a motivation. Baby, let me be your motivation.
That song that she sounded like she was laying down when she sung it.
Shut up.
Oh, Michelle Williams on Broadway. Bitch. Lindsay, how can you not be in New York and not go see Michelle Williams on
She's
Broadway?
the last. I'm sorry, I don't like her voice. So she's the last person I would go see on Broadway.
Wow.
The
I
acting
hate
is
to say that.
good, but
She's a lovely, lovely girl, but I don't like her
Mhm.
singing.
She turned it on the What's It Called special.
Mhm.
I saw the performance. I'm not a fan of her singing style with that song either.
Ooh.
I'm just gonna be honest.
Sorry for the inconvenience. Let's move on.
No, I saw
Anyway,
something to see with Audra McDonald. I need a bitch that know what she doing.
Right. No, I agree. But I saw her performance. I think it was on the Kelly Clarkson show? I think it was Kelly Clarkson.
Can't be playing with these young gals. Mm-mm.
But
Oh,
no,
baby.
anyway.
I need somebody to know what they're doing.
My top 3 for 2024 was actually Billie Eilish. I didn't. Y'all was talking too much.
Oh, please. Oh, please.
Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish, Wildflowers on my list.
The Wildflower.
Yeah,
That's
man.
nice.
The reason I was keen at you is because Future's on my list too. Future like that with Kendrick and Metro.
Mhm.
That oh my god, the way I played that this year.
Oh yeah, and Not Like Us, of course. Yeah, that's my.
I was thinking about Not Like Us, but I like that just a little bit more.
Mhm.
And then also, I already told you my honorable mentions, but I'm gonna have to add Ariana Grande. We Can't Be Friends. Me and Cynthia Erivo really love this song. We bond over it over Instagram. Yeah.
Oh,
So yeah,
girl.
there you go.
You and Cynthia Erivo could. Well, you know what I think.
Can't
Well,
eat pussy together. Oh,
Let me say something.
um,
You Black Americans, y'all always got a problem with Cynthia. Let it go. Okay. Look at Lindsay's face. Listen, y'all can't see her, but she is on
listen,
fire.
leave her alone.
She's on fire.
Child.
We won't go there today.
Pick
Cynthia.
up a book. Everyone pick
Lisa.
up a book. There is
Go
a
see
distinction,
Wicked
though.
and leave her alone.
There's
Oh,
a
yeah.
distinction though between Black Americans and African
We
Americans.
don't want to talk
Here we
about
go.
slavery today.
We're not talking about slavery today. Okay.
It doesn't have to do with slavery per se.
It all has to do with slavery. Okay.
Not per se. It's the per se for me.
Per se. Okay.
Anyway, but that's our picks. Hope y'all like them. Tell us what y'all.
Hesitation.
Oh, but also I was about to add that I'm still trying to digest the SZA deluxe album, so that's the only reason I haven't put a song from there yet. I'm trying to decide if I even like it.
Can I say something about SZA though?
Me too. I saw that video.
Of what?
Mhm.
SZA is everything in a bag of chips.
No, I like SZA.
She's so ahead of her time. These girls, honey.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know where it happened, but I'm starting to be like, okay, SZA is that girl.
She been that girl.
Okay, I'm not gonna say she's that girl yet.
No,
but-
she's been that girl. She's Lindsay. When she drops an album, she slays everyone who's out.
In terms of R&B, she's that. Well, I don't even know if I can.
She has.
Yeah, I can't even say I can just produce her to just R&B.
She has this universal appeal that everyone digs it. White girls, black girls, everyone in between girls, gay boys, everybody. She writes with a universal pen, and I love that. However, there's something interesting about her because it's like she has really, really high self-esteem, it seems like, but then it's like she does and then she doesn't. So in that way, I can't relate to her. Like, I'm a bad bitch, but I'm chasing after somebody who don't want me. And then it's like, he ain't shit, but I want him, but he doesn't want me. It's like self-deprecating and hubristic at the same time. That's probably where she loses me because I'm a grown woman. And yeah,
I know where my pussy at.
I know where my is. I know where my hole is, and some of you hoes need to find it. But I think that's becoming her niche. But she has to be careful because if she wants her audience to grow with her, you got to get out of that. Like if you were a bad bitch, then let's get some bad bitch music. I don't hear it.
No, that's a good point because I actually saw somebody say differently what you just said.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, is this all your life? Even with like when you look at the progression of how Adele grown with her aging albums with 21, 30 and all that, like 21, 25, 30, all that, you saw her grow as a person. Like I'm not still talking about the same simple shit. You know, I would like to see SZA grow as a romantic a little bit.
I can't picture a bad bitch like on the floor in her room, like you a baddie, but you're on the floor in your room writing in your notebook about some nigga that don't want you. That doesn't make sense to me. And you know
I
me,
do think that sometimes when musicians and artists write music, it's not always necessarily about how they feel right now.
Currently in the moment, no, it's a feeling.
I don't even know what she means. Lindsay needs to take a look at the career of Mariah Carey, who also thinks that she's a bad bitch, but she will sing about heartbreak too. I mean, what are you talking about? What are you even saying?
I know what
I'm
saying.
Human. She's human.
Sure.
Of course, somebody did her wrong.
Sure.
Someone did her wrong. And let me say something.
Sure.
This will be spitting. She's a lyricist. On top of that, the bitch is a storyteller. Okay.
I will not mess with her.
I miss storytelling too.
Writer, I respect her pen
and her visuals, her music videos, everything she does.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all bitches are concerned with being sexy.
No,
I'm concerned.
Well, yeah.
You know, to me, no one has done it like SZA since Alicia Keys, and I'm gonna play it like that.
No, yeah, I finally officially established that SZA is a brand, an entity. Like she's a
cool girl, yeah.
Over for her.
Yeah, I've accepted it.
Can I be on board at my age, knowing what I know and being who I am? No.
You were listening to JT's album, so we don't really know if you're here or there.
Because I know what to expect from that, and that feeds the hood girl inside.
I mean, I get it, but can't you pick a better hood girl?
Damn.
No, I'm keeping it a buck. I mean,
what you want her to listen to, Remin and Smacky?
her talk about Papoose wants somebody to play his butt. Did we talk about that homophobe today?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, okay.
We did.
Okay. Because that's what she is.
Bullet wound Remy.
Yeah. We gotta give homophobe women another name.
We do.
We gotta brand it actually.
Well,
Anyways,
that one alone.
enough on that tangent.
Yes. Let's argue for real now.
Let me
Yeah, argument coming.
Bitch, let's just get to it. Because.
Baby.
Let me get my.
Well, okay. So this show even was inspired and started because there was this circulating picture that was talking about this, basically the 7 most important Black female artists that changed the music industry. And Lindsay, can you help us with the names that were on the list, the 7
Sure.
queens that were on the list?
Hold it.
I can tell you, they were Aretha Franklin.
Well, the first was
Whitney
Whitney Houston, Aretha Franklin, Tina Turner, Janet Jackson, Beyonce, and Brandy.
Are we missing somebody?
No.
No.
Well, I think so.
No, was that 6 or 7?
That's 7.
Okay.
Whitney, Riri, the original Riri, Tina Turner, Janet Jackson, Jan, and Beyonce and Brandy.
Is that 6 or 7?
No, it's Whitney Houston, Aretha Franklin, Tina Turner, Janet Jackson.
4.
Oh, it is 6. The devil is a liar because it has here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7.
It doesn't really?
Yes, 4, 5, 7 on the list. So it's actually 6 people, y'all.
It sure does. I'm just looking at the photo.
That's
I'm like,
funny.
am I crazy right now? Bitch, you said 6.
These motherfuckers don't listen. They can't spell. They can't add.
Which
They can't.
invalidates the list altogether. So, okay. Now that leaves room for
Exactly. That just invalidated and devalued everything.
It really did. Okay.
Bitch, you don't even know that 6 go after 5.
First of all, second of all, who do we first think deserves that last spot? Of the 7 most important Black women, female musicians that changed the industry. Who deserves that last spot?
I would say Melissa Miss Demeanor Elliott.
Why?
Because she is someone who came in as sort of like she came in through like a weird channel. She was under Devontae in a group called Sister. She stuck out like a sore thumb for reasons I won't get into. But you could hear that the voice was there, right? Turns out she was an amazing songwriter. She came in literally in the era of the 2000 baddie and was the complete and total opposite of that and relied on her like swag and talent to propel her to like one of the best, like, it was literally like there was no denying her talent. There was no denying her singing ability and her pen. And that was really her shield and her sword. And when we talk about a list like this, it has to be something or characteristics that would move the needle in the industry.
Yes.
She is someone who came in and they basically probably threw all that shit at her like, oh, you got to look like this, you got to lose weight. And there was no denying her talent. And that's why she's one of the most important.
And also, I want to add to that. It's why she's in the Rock Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's why, before Missy Elliott videos, okay, after Missy Elliott videos. The girl made everybody think about what they do visually. It started from Missy. Simple as that. And Busta too, a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't imagine how the entertainment industry would be without Missy Elliott.
Mm-hmm.
That's how important she is to it. So I would put her on the list. Now, what they were saying, do you agree, or are you not? Are you not commenting, Emma?
Oh no, I agree. I agree.
On the list, okay.
Yeah.
And they were saying that Brandy should not be on the list. Now, somebody said Tina. I didn't see that, but I'm not here to fight that battle. But
No, we don't get to the other names on this list too. I'm just trying to see who we're gonna give that last spot because that's already invalidates the start of the debate.
Is there another one?
I would like to add Riri.
I would
The
like
second Riri.
I would like to add Rihanna as well.
Yeah.
But see, it's hard to do this because there's so many people that deserve it.
Like who?
That's why it's like hard to talk about change the industry in what way. But like, who are other eligible people?
Well, listen, change the music industries are hard.
That's a very specific thing.
Well, I'm gonna say Rihanna changed the industry is because Rihanna showed y'all girls how to do an album a year.
I was about to add that. Yes.
Okay, and really said no. You can pace it up and do, and like that changed the game. Simple as that. I mean, nobody. It's
yes.
Rihanna. I mean, honestly, it seems small, but it's huge.
No, that's a big deal.
Not to mention, she has more #1 singles than anyone. Okay, she knocked those girls out of the park
within the shortest span. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she's catching up to Mariah, and
yeah, I think she still got 14.
She's amazing, and so, but to me, it's like if somebody wants to argue against her, I'm not going to argue with them. I made my decision, and you can make yours, but I'm not like I won't be going up to bat for Rihanna like I will Brandy Norwood.
Okay, here's why. If I had to choose the last spot, I really think it's gonna have to be Rihanna for me, only because when I think about the new neo artists and the way that Rihanna has shaped the impact of the 21st century for artists in the digitalization of the music industry. I feel like Rihanna has such an impact on that because from literally from 2005 to 2012, this bitch dropped the album and was getting #1 songs. This changed up the whole formula because it was kind of almost, I don't want to say taboo, but it wasn't a thing to frequently make music like this. And I'm starting to see from moving on forward, it kind of it adjusted to the digital's and social media's world short attention span, and also how music was not sticking as much, right? Because it was so easy to enter now because anybody can get on Apple iTunes and anybody can get in the industry more easily. But now it's like it was hard to keep people's attention because it was an oversaturated market. So on top of now we got social media. To me, Rihanna adjusted to that immediately and kind of paved the way and blueprinted for that because she engaged with fans in a way that was unprecedented. Music artists before, they didn't engage with fans like that.
Right.
You didn't see how they acted.
Yeah.
And now it's almost an industry standard that you have to humanize yourself to be an artist today. You can't be unattainable.
It was an interesting meld of fashion and music too.
That was another layer.
Hadn't been done before, but it was almost like a new, fresh take.
And that's the visual artist part that I feel is something she also became a part of. Not that she's the only one.
Fashion element back into it.
For me, it's the digital and visual aspect, and also the social media aspect of just the whole digital era that she's so important to changing the industry that you got to talk about her.
So
yours
is Missy, yours is Rihanna. Mine is Nicki Minaj, and I'm gonna tell you why.
I'm not going to dispute that.
Not mine either.
Well, that's good for starters. But for anybody else, you have to look at the way that Nicki entered the game and dominated it to the point where men had an issue now. Okay? Also, her crossover into pop music, everyone hated her for her Starships era. But that made some of the biggest hits in her career. The versatility of being a girl. Let that sink in. These girls don't have it figured out. You simply be a girl and you'll win. And that's what Nicki Minaj is. She's a girl dominating in a men's space. And also remaining herself. And let me tell you something. Standing 10 toes down even when she looks crazy. Because a lot of the shit she be looking crazy for later, they be like, you know what? She was right. Just like the streaming thing that they tried to do when she took them to court. She's always winning. She's going to know y'all not going to treat... Just because I'm dominating don't mean y'all going to change the rules. If they try to change the rules because she
definitely responsible for that. I will always acknowledge that. I'm not, I ain't got nothing to say about that.
It
is what it is. Her accolades cannot be taken away. And the fact that
absolutely.
she behaves as if they can be is wild. But, it is what it is. Definitely somebody who moved the needle, not only just in hip hop, but just in music in general.
Music, period. It's unprecedented. Now I definitely think it changes the music industry, because who would have thought that female rappers was a thing to take so seriously and that can produce you money this way? It allowed the music industry was like, oh no, this is a lane to get behind.
Right.
This is a lane to get behind. So no, I think that's definitely music industry changing.
Yeah.
But I think every woman on this list, including all the ones that we suggested, has some type of way of changing up the formula that producers and industry record labels had to start reconsidering things.
and also these three girls that we mentioned, Nicki, Rihanna, and
Missy,
are also all after Brandy Norwood, going back around to what I'm going back around to when it's my time. Go ahead.
Oh no, that's basically all I have to say about it. Like, they all had a way of changing up the formula of what was expected to produce success. There was industry execs already have like, okay, this is what you got to do to be successful, and I feel like all of these people have like changed up that formula in some way.
Yeah. or made their own formula.
Yeah, and made their own formula, but also just like, for me, it's when you are that person that like have to make bitches think twice, like, okay, now how do I make the next bitch famous? Or how do I now make money? Or how do I now also teach the next generation after what to do to be successful? I feel like these artists have shifted that. Even if we talk about Beyonce, for example, like the specific ways that she has changed the industry. First of all, the surprise album drop in itself is
absolutely
music industry changing. This is why I want to deviate away from when we're talking about it. Like, it's not just about having music success, because if it was, I'll be talking about motherfuckers like, because none of y'all said Diana Ross. Right? But she is very widely successful. But in what way did she change the music? Let's not to say, if we go down a list of 20, we're going to have to, though.
I mean, see, it becomes a very nuanced conversation. Like,
it becomes a very nuanced conversation.
We could, I guess.
No, it doesn't. You see how we just went down the point of why those other people deserve to be on the list?
What changed about the music industry?
Well, I didn't even say Diana Ross belonged on the list, because
but if somebody says she does,
not just Diana Ross, it would have been the Supremes. That's number one. Diana Ross, the solo career started when she was later on in life. So no, to me, she doesn't belong on the list. Do the Supremes as a group belong on the list? Not necessarily. They were a breakout group in a sea of girl groups that came out, and
Exactly.
they had a certain branding that was palatable to a mainstream audience. So
Right.
in that regard, I guess they moved the needle, but wasn't really a singular person. We could also mention somebody like, interestingly enough, I was just thinking Erica Badu. She was the first of her kind, and it was she also entered in that era of the baddie. A beautiful girl who didn't really show her body and was singing in a way that was new and innovated and sparked a lot of interest and conversation. And she was
Uh,
the girl at that time that was doing it.
Mhm.
I
She
would
did
even
it.
add to what you're saying. If we talk about changing music industry, her along with two others or three others created a whole new genre.
Absolutely.
So that automatically to me
So
is
fucking
music industry
moving.
changing.
She was the answer to D'Angelo at that time. It was weird because
Maxwell D'Angelo, Lauren, Erica, I can mention
Jilly,
others
it was
too.
her, Jill.
Raphael Sadiq and like these people that contributed. D'Angelo, we said him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. Like Neo Soul was literally
So
birthed
if we
through
want
these
to talk
people.
about a bitch who moved the needle, we can't not mention Erica. I mean, and let me just see. Okay, my dispute for Tina Turner is this. I'm going to begin with Tina because while she is important and instrumental,
Hmm.
because she did not have a classic R&B voice and it was very unique. And
Yeah.
once again, like Black people were not her target audience in a
No.
way, you know. Um, to be honest, they were country as fuck.
Hmm.
Almost like hillbilly, kind of R&B rock. You know what I mean? She changed the industry in a way. I guess you could say she did change things when she became her own entity. Like her claiming that name as her own, and then coming back after all of that adversity and becoming successful later on. Like her that big success came when she was 40 or in
Which
her
I
40s.
think that is, but see, I know I get what you're saying because that changed. Like, oh, there was a cap on when you could be successful, right?
Absolutely.
Well,
Because
but her along with Cher was like changed that
the
out the
rejuvenated
window.
career, absolutely, the rejuvenated career. So, like, I don't know, like, what, because when I think of her, like, I'm like, what way did she really like shift? That's my concern. Like, I'm really like focused
No,
on moving the needle.
I like to focus, and I completely agree. Like, especially when we have to think about only seven names.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say that if I am to argue or debate and why she should remain on the list is one thing I think that she did change was, and y'all can say otherwise. Um, to me, she kind of introduced raspy voice, and also was she wasn't the only one. Of course, there was others before her, but for Black women, like or women, period, raspy wasn't really a thing, especially merging rock and gospel and R&B, that type of voice. But then if I'm talking about that, I can't not mention Etta James, right? It's like because she also kind of merge some of that. But then another thing that's important is I think that Tina Turner changed the industry in the way that choreography for women became important and the style of dancing choreography and performing songs, which have paved the way for a lot of other female artists. Um, but lastly, the thing about the age cap, and outside of that, I can't think of anything like significant outside of that though. So that's why I'm like, I don't know. I would keep her there though. That's just me.
She would be off my list.
I won't argue.
Not diminishing anything she's contributed.
No, I completely get it. I completely get it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Do you want to go on your long diatribe
No,
about
listen.
Miss Brandy? No,
Okay, so let's get to it. They said that. Okay, so just maybe just let me go first.
Go ahead.
Oh wait, Mariah's not on the list either, by the way.
Yeah, because I don't know. I don't want to discount her because she's a biracial woman. But does she identify as a Black woman?
I think she does.
Yes.
Then I think we should put her on. I think she would belong there too.
Okay, and what has she changed about the music industry?
Well, that she came.
Unless you, what do you even think she belongs on the list if she identifies Black? Who do you think she belongs on the list?
I'm trying to enter a realm where I'm not automatically othering multi-ethnic and biracial women.
Right.
But it's this like adherence to the one drop rule that's, I don't know. And it's like, bitch, if you ain't I don't want to keep nobody that don't want to be kept. So bitch, if you ain't identifying yourself as a Black woman, why should I? You know,
she definitely is a Black woman. But
just for S&Gs, Mariah Carey, when she came in with that gospel, like it was a real return to R&B in a way that was kind of fresh and exciting. And the fact that she began with a ballad, you know, like Whitney Houston, they were like balladeers, really, like ballad chicks, like, and it was kind of like old school in a way, but still young and fresh. Mariah, her voice, her presence, the fact that she was multi-ethnic, the fact that she, it was just, it just started something in regards to aesthetics in the music industry. After she was introduced, that became a focal point, and that should be noted. I don't know whether it's good or bad. It was a good or bad thing, but when Mariah entered the game, there was such a focus on aesthetics and the way singers looked and presented themselves. And yeah, so definitely, I think her foray into it changed in that regard. And then the music, she got like, it was just straight up R&B, straight, no chaser. Either you liked it or you loved it, either you liked it or you didn't. And then I guess you would, you know, they called her a pop artist, but we know that singing that she does, that's that one drop. The one drop gave her that, because it's that one drop that actually separates her from Ariana Grande. Because with Ariana Grande, the soul is missing. The macaroni and cheese, that the fucking
How do we get here? How do we get here to Ariana Grande?
Well, I'm just saying that's what separates them.
The drop.
Yeah.
Got it. Well, listen. I think one thing I could mention as you talk about her is her influence on Christmas music. I think
I was gonna add that. Yeah.
Yes.
You know, when you have a song that's bringing in 3 to 5 million a year, just basically
over a decade. What is it? 2 decades?
I think that's industry change in the sense of like now people are seeing there is it's
Value.
worth considering doing a Christmas album.
You can
Yeah.
have a breakout record
Mm.
on a Christmas album.
Yeah.
No, not. It was almost known like you're never gonna upstage the old classics, basically.
But you don't have to. You just have to do an amazing
Until that
job.
came along.
You have to do an amazing job, and you know, listen. Everyone's not preferring Chris Brown's this Christmas over Donny Hathaway.
But I think what changes is that because All I Want for Christmas wasn't as successful as it was back then. It's now letting people know, like, no, bitch, take a risk of doing that Christmas album. Because somebody said this actually, even though Ariana Grande got a Christmas song and what's her name? Kelly Clarkson got this one Christmas song that made the top 10 during this season.
Everything.
Now you see how it's not a number one yet, but for the young bitches like Gen Z that might be listening to this as kids, one day this might somehow climb to number one
Mm-hmm.
because it becomes ingrained like in their brains, like this is our Christmas song.
Especially that Kelly Clarkson one. That Kelly Clarkson one.
That
Yes.
was good.
So I think it does change the game. Like, oh no, bitch, you better put out a Christmas album.
Yeah.
Don't pay it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I also think that she contributed in ways, I don't know. I can't really just pinpoint just her,
And also,
but I feel like it's
I
something to
wanna
be
say
said about being a songwriter that's relevant here too.
I want to also say this about Mariah too, especially because she did it so sneakily, but yet it was so overt. She's been known as a pop princess, but them fucking remixes told on her every time. Every fucking time. She did every remix with a rapper. And it just gave her away every time. The song she chose to remake, like Sweetheart, that is something that song as a kid, that's something I would hear on the radio.
Right.
The whole Glitter soundtrack is renderings of old songs that I used to hear when I was literally 13.
Right.
And it gives her away all the time. And when I think about it, I'm like, I always remember, like, underneath all of that, that is a fucking a bitch from Long Island, New York, that was listening to the same radio I was listening to. She was listening to WBLS. She was listening to Frankie Cross. She was listening to Red Alert. Because those remixes always gave her away. How is it that she had all these songs? She did a song with the Diplomats, with Nas, with Busta. How is this possible? Jay-Z, for crying out loud.
Yeah, all of those.
You know what I mean? And the fact that she would merge that pop with hip
hop, right?
It's kind of like groundbreaking.
Kind of unprecedented. It kind of was.
Because she was different than Mary J. Blige, who we know as the queen of hip hop soul. But the way Mariah used to parlay a rap remix,
mix pop. Actually, that's important. It is, because even when Janet did it, I feel like it was still R&B and hip hop.
Yes. Because
Mariah was kind of like, no, this is pop and hip hop for a little bit.
No. Jan was doing it because somebody told her she needed to move with the times. Mariah did it because bitch, I want to do a remix of Old Boy. Why? Because I'm playing that shit in my ear headphones when I'm not singing somewhere. On my off time, I'm listening to Dipset. I'm listening to these people. Snoop, Nate Dogg, I'm listening to them. So, and it's crazy because Dipset came out with Old Boy, and then next thing you know, this bitch has a song with him.
Well, listen, Mariah Carey always has her finger on the button.
She sure does.
She knows what's coming up. That's why she wanted to work with Nicki when she came out.
I remember.
She knew that
I actually liked that song.
I love that song and that video.
Me too. It was so cute.
Now,
I wanted to, but Nick ruined it for me.
Who?
Nick Cannon?
What did he say?
Just his corny antics in the video, he ruined it for me.
I forgot he was even in it. To be honest with you.
I couldn't forget he was.
No, but I do want to acknowledge like other Black women that are important.
Oh God.
No, they don't belong on the list, but I just want to say shout out to Dionne Warwick, and we already said Etta James, Billie Holiday, Ella Fitzgerald, Nina Simone, like all have amazing contributions to music, but I
Sure.
think this would be the list.
Trendsetters, pioneers. I get it.
We're talking
Yeah,
about the industry. Now let's get
right.
back
We're changing the
now,
industry.
let's get back to people, because y'all did this long thing about Mariah. Let's get to Brandy.
Oh,
So I saw some people saying that she shouldn't be on the list. So
he shouldn't.
if anyone, okay, so you go first.
That's it. No.
If you can elaborate about Tina Turner's ass, you can
Okay,
elaborate
listen.
about Brandy.
Here's the thing.
Rihanna.
I'm not opposed to. Now, I don't want to take any accolades away from Brandy either, because what she did when she arrived, first of all, she arrived when she was really, really young, with a tone that was really unique and special. And it kind of set the precedent for she have a lot of sons, low key. They always talk about she's the son of somebody, like that's Tony's son, that's Anita Baker's son, but she has sons as well. Not necessarily for her vocal ability, but the runs, the trills. Nobody was doing it like Brandy. Before her.
Nobody.
Especially girls. They were not trilling like that. They weren't doing those really hard under the beat type runs. Right? I will give her her just due. She also, I think, is one of the first that like had the acting gig. Like she was one of the first like triple threat type bitches, like not triple threat, but definitely, she could dance too.
Right.
She's definitely one of the like triple threat girls. The only reason why I say she doesn't belong on the list is because I don't see where there was a
Changing the music industry.
A shift that was really things shifted, but a shift that was really impactful to me in the industry.
To the overall industry, or just like
to the industry itself, because I think she was teetering on a fine line because she came in kind of like as a child, and and as she grew, her vocal ability grew.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know, Brandy. I feel now this is listen. I just feel she should be bigger than what she is. Does that make sense? I think she should be more popular. I think she should be more famous. And I think she should have had more visibility, even though it seems like she had a lot. She had a long-running sitcom, 2 of them. One was short-lived, that was Thea, and then Moesha, which was the big one. And she was also juggling a music career. And that was kind of unprecedented too, like a bitch that was acting, singing and dancing. I get it, but the shift in the music industry is where I'm losing it with her.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What do you have to add, Marcus?
Is there anything else anybody else has to say?
I can't think of anything right now.
Before I go into it?
Go.
I will add that I'm torn because I do acknowledge. Well, first of all, widely successful. Like she is a very successful, very important to music. I would argue that like she created a genre specifically more for, I want to say mostly Black R&B artists, but I can't reduce it to just that because there are even some pop artists that I feel are influenced by her singing style. From the vocal layering that I even I would argue that I don't know for sure, but I feel like I see slight mild influence from Brandy's vocal layering and stacking a little bit in Billie Eilish's music, but
Of
that
course.
can be it can be debated.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But I feel like
Janae Aiko.
I feel like for the new age artist, her singing style has played such a major role, and many have noted it. And it's not a coincidence that some of my favorite singers always mention Brandy as like one of their favorite singers. So, and again, so I do think that that is important to musicians. So I guess indirectly, I guess it does have to change the music industry too, as a whole, because it's an impact on the style itself, what's being produced.
Modern
So
R&B to be more specific.
yeah, and also I would say maybe she changed it in the sense of like I think at one point it was kind of considered like you only can be one thing at a time, and Brandy had her motherfucking hand in many different hats, and it didn't stop her from being a successful musician. Like, bitch, I'm a TV star, I'm a movie star, I'm a fucking, and I'm very well at it actually. I'm Cinderella. I'm making music. Like, so I don't know. I don't know. I'll leave her there. I'll leave her there.
Okay, all the things y'all mentioned and Brandy's influence is luxurious. And with a quick Google search, you will see how many artists reference Brandy as their inspiration, and it's way more than others that you would expect to have a list as long as well. And I want to say this, since y'all brought up Erykah Badu, as she cited that Brandy inspired the whole Baduism album, number one. You know,
See that.
the inspiration is not even on question here. Let's just get to the bang, okay? Brandy showed y'all black girls how to be a motherfucking package. Do you hear me? One of the best-selling dolls of all time by Mattel, twice. Had a holiday doll too. Brandy was a cover girl, sweetie. Okay? A cover girl. Aaliyah, you know, all the girls who wanted a, you know, a little luxurious movie career, you know, Brandy was that. Y'all already mentioned, you know, Moesha, the record-breaking show that she had on UPN. Okay, she's number 3 on the top duets of all time, rated by Billboard. Number 3 of all time. The Boy Is Mine. Come on, shaping it a lot more than other groups.
But these are success milestones. But that's I'm like.
I'm talking about the makeup deals, the doll, the movie deals.
I think I have a doll.
The movie deals, the TV deals. Bitch was a motherfucking was signed to Wilhelmina Models. Okay, back in the day, an entity, a business. At 15 years old, these girls weren't doing that before Brandy.
There's an argument there.
No, it's a strong one.
No, that was part of my point too. I do feel like
because she got those deals.
Am I thoroughly convinced?
Beyonce got to do some stuff too because of that. So did Aaliyah. That black girls could even be seen in that light. Brandy's doll had braids. Let me take y'all through it.
That's groundbreaking.
The influence of Brandy. You know, the doll had braids. Okay, the black. Okay, first black Cinderella. Did I mention that? Okay, and then that's a whole nother with Whitney Houston. And y'all want to say that she didn't impact the music industry?
No, that's not what we said.
Who has impacted the music
How
industry?
she changed the music industry.
By being a package that's sellable. A lot of girls on that, everybody on that list knows Brandy's supposed to be on the list. And guess what? They're her daughter. Okay? And they want her there. And she has done what they have not done. She has done what a lot of girls on this list have not done. No disrespect to my mother, Janet Jackson.
I'm not here to compare what they did or did not do.
All I'm saying is this: when you, first of all, my list is over. There's at least 5 things that changed the music industry. Being a young black girl that they never saw before they saw Brandy Norwood. That will not be unacknowledged by any mere mortal who don't know what the fuck they're talking about, because I was there. I saw the way black women responded to Brandy in the industry with her motherfucking braids. Okay? Get into it. Monica too. Okay? But she
That's
wasn't
to me. These are cultural impacts, though. That's a cultural impact.
I know what I'm talking about. Music and changing the music industry. Brandy
Bitch,
was
wearing braids does not change the music. That's
No. I went down many things, and
I know.
she was a branded package that sold.
Yes.
She was a business that had never been done before. So, are y'all clear with that? What that is?
No, I said that. I do acknowledge that.
So now that I say that, you cannot just sit back on your high horse, Lindsay. I see the way you're sitting, and make it seem like that shit wasn't groundbreaking. It was, and it still is.
It was groundbreaking, but did it shift the music industry?
Yes,
I don't think it did.
Yes, because these bitches was not getting deals. They were not getting their own show. Eve would not be able to have her show. Like, black women were not marketable in that way. You know, from a music person to like on TV. That was not being done. Are y'all kidding me?
And so it changed the music industry in the sense of it started to happen after.
No. You know what?
No, I'm asking.
What I'm saying is these bitches were not being brands before Brandy was a brand. A sellable brand bringing in profits. That's business. That's that's the music business. That's industry. That's the industry. These girls wasn't being seen in that light. They were being in, okay, you do an album, you do a video. That's it. Not Brandy. And and her mother is really the reason for that.
Yeah.
She was one of those moms. It was you're gonna do this, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do this, and you're gonna do this. And you're going to do things and be the first at it.
You know what?
A lot of these girls are not the first at anything. And Brandy's the first of a lot. From a business standpoint.
Okay.
No, I
It's a lot. Yeah, and the only reason it's up for debate again is because to me, it's not just about success in the business ventures. It's about
cultural impact either.
It's
not. Yeah, it's cultural impact. It's a whole separate conversation.
That's what y'all just mentioned for other people, like Missy. How is Missy? She only did it in.
Well, I put Rihanna on my list. Put her filled as one spot.
I'm just saying,
yeah.
I want Missy on the list, but what I'm saying is this: we can really only list 2 things that Missy has specifically done to change the music industry. So to me, and her 2 gets her on the list, that's from her visual standpoint, and that's her, being her own entity. That it didn't matter who was out. She changed the game by being herself. That's her way in to some people. But when you talk about Brandy, there is no one that's out that doesn't cite her as an inspiration for many reasons. It's not just.
But see, to me, influence, inspiration, and cultural impact is still a different conversation. But
also, when you make business deals,
music industry changing.
When you make business deals, Emery, in the industry that you can sell and make profit of, that it comes first in this conversation. That comes first. So when I'm looking at the rest of the people on the list, and when I'm looking at Brandy's list, not comparing, just saying, when I look at what they're on the list for, and when I look at what I put her on the list for, to me, the shit that she's done, a lot of women.
This is what I'm going to say.
In the music industry.
Right. But let me make my point about, even when I'm talking about Beyonce, right? I'm not going to mention how much she sells on tour. I'm not going to talk about.
You got to mention that one thing. She changed.
No. There's a point because I could talk about how she is as selling on tours. I can talk about all her success, that she's worth this much money, that she did this, this, and that. But when I think about the actual thing that she changed about the music industry, I can easily say the surprise album drop was something that shifted the whole
Mhm.
formula. That
Yeah.
shifted the formula altogether. Like,
It
bitch,
was
whoa.
so anxious
Yeah,
and
it did. It did.
tethered
But we're not here
to
to
the
talk about
idea of
Beyonce.
But
release
We're not
date.
here to
no,
talk
I'm
about
using that
Beyonce.
as an example because
That's
it's
something
many
that
ways
she
in
did
Beyonce is
20
successful.
years later.
But when I
After,
talk about what actually changed the music industry, that is
Yeah,
the one thing I can say definitively changed the game.
when
absolutely.
Brandy
The-
sold 16 million albums on RIAA certified, that changed the game in the music industry. That changed the game.
Again, that's a
Bring up an album
form of
that has
success for
sold.
her.
I'm just saying, it changed the game
I
because
don't see
they were not seeing black women in
And I
that
love
light.
Randy.
They were not seeing black women in that light. Y'all not catching it. Y'all not catching
Again,
it.
I acknowledge all the success.
None of them were considered business people.
The upper room. I just feel like
None of them were considered business people outside of their music careers.
I just don't see
So,
it from
so
her
if y'all
understanding.
don't see it, then that's just y'all ignoring her impact. But Emery was not privy. Emery was not privy to that, but I get it. Lindsay, you should know
I've
that.
watched her Ascension.
know
I've
better.
watched everything.
I'm aware of all of the things that
No,
she
you're not
said.
aware. You're not
Rise,
aware
her-
because y'all minimize the things that Brandy has
No,
done.
No,
no.
we know how to
Sit back to
separate
the
cultural
show.
impact
No,
from
I
music
do too.
industry
I do too.
change
I brought
because
up
we know
business.
what words
I
mean.
brought up business.
And when I
I brought up
defining
business.
those
So
things,
I know what words mean too.
okay, well, you
And
keep
I
talking.
know what words
Bitch,
mean
you
too.
mentioned she had braids.
I know
What
what
the
words
fuck
mean
that
too.
got to do with changing
That
the
shifts
music
the industry.
industry?
That shifts the industry, just like
Okay.
Neo Soul does allegedly, like what you said.
Okay,
Neo
that's
Soul, how
fine.
are you
Well,
talking
I'm
about?
saying
Braids
Yeah,
changes
but-
the industry too. Are you kidding
not
me?
even like changing music
It's
industry.
different, but
Like,
it didn't introduce. But she didn't. What would have
She
shifted
changed
the
more than
needle
the music
had
industry.
several
More than the
other
music
artists
industry.
come out with braids, and that did not
No,
happen.
more than the music industry. Beyond that,
I don't want to
business
take
deals.
any of her accolades away from
You
her.
already
I
did.
acknowledge the impact.
You already did.
My
Business-
support of Brandy
business
is in the
accolades.
sound.
It matters. It matters. And if
I
y'all don't,
think
if
that
y'all
she
don't-
contributed
if
to
y'all
a
don't think it
new
matters,
singing style.
okay, well,
I think, and that will be the change for me. The change in singing style, the types
nobody
of runs
wants
and
Brandy
riffs.
to change her singing style who listens to her. So you're by yourself. No one agrees with you. That's how Brandy sings. Why
No,
would she
her
ever change
riffs
it?
and runs
Why
singing
would
style,
she ever change it?
it's influential.
Why
Still,
would she ever change that?
no one. I didn't say that she's supposed to change it.
That's what you just said.
No, I didn't.
What did you say?
I said that her singing style, I think, changed the game because it influenced people to sing a certain way. A singing style was created from that, like a lot for the newer artists of today.
Okay, so all the other stuff that she did in the industry, in the music industry, doesn't matter.
Of course,
Again, in
but not
terms of
business.
changing the
In
music
terms of being a
industry,
businesswoman and being considered a businesswoman while you're selling music,
there's
she
a
was
lot of
putting-
business
she was
motherfuckers
putting-
in the
she
music
was-
industry.
No. She was putting her music. She was putting her music in movies that she was in theaters. Back then, her music on her album was in movies, featured in movies. Y'all don't get it.
Yes.
Yes,
I don't
you-
wanna
So
say-
okay.
And Lindsay, you ain't shit, honey. You're just
I'm dead.
No, you're just along for
From
the
that-
ride. It's fine.
From that point on, I would ask, are you saying that after Brandy did that, music execs started to say,
Damn.
"Oh, you know what?
No, I'm not
She-
saying that. I'm not saying anything. I'm gonna let y'all.
Okay." Then the music execs started
Y'all
to
don't
say,
put Missy on the
"We
list.
gotta
Y'all don't
use
put
Brandy."
Missy on the list and then put Brandy on the list. It's fine. Okay, let the swallowers deal with it. I'm not dealing with it anymore. Y'all get y'all little girls on the list and take Brandy off.
Oh my god.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm not
Brandy,
gonna argue with
you
you. I'm
still
talking about I don't know.
daughter.
Talking about I don't know what words mean. I know what the fuck words mean. Y'all don't know what impact means.
No, because you
That's
talking
what y'all
about
don't
cultural
know.
impact and
That's what
success,
y'all don't know.
and
Y'all
we
don't know what
talking
impact
about
means, 'cause you weren't
changing
there,
the music
'cause you weren't
industry.
there and you don't know. And
Moving
she
the
just agreeing
needle.
with you because that's convenient. It's okay. So I don't need to go back and forth with y'all. 'Cause you don't.
Moving the needle, baby.
Moving the needle. She moved it.
Something that is so like
She moved it.
undeniably
That's a
like
very specific thing,
innovative
like
that
innovation.
be ignored.
Oh, it's definitely innovation there.
That you become a force
Are you
in
kidding me?
spite of.
That's
That
the
is what
number
that
one
means.
word.
Like moving the needle is like becoming a force in spite of. You know
Like
what I mean?
even when I talk about Janet, like
It was a force despite what are you talking about?
No.
It may not
but
be
see,
here
it's just
now.
not just
It may
about
not be here.
these
It may not be
Jan.
milestones of
now.
success.
Jan was
Jan is an innovate, like she literally
I know about
created
Jan.
things.
I'm not. Y'all
Okay,
don't
but
no.
if you know,
yeah, but
even when
Yeah,
we
I do
talk
know.
about Jan, if we
I do
if we
know.
talk about Jan,
And Janet
we're
knows
not going to
about
just
Brandy
talk
too.
about
And
oh
Janet knows about Brandy
Jan
too.
got 10 #1 singles. Okay, it's not about the singles, but Jan has
it's not
actually
about that.
birthed something. Like
It's about a bitch being
Brandy
from
has birthed
an
something too.
internationally known
Brandy has just as
fucking
many daughters
family,
as Janet has.
famous musical family,
Brandy has just
and
as many
saying
daughters
to
as
her
Janet has.
father, fuck you, my fucking first album flopped because you did it your way, and I need to go find motherfuckers that know my motherfucking sound. That is changing the needle. At 19 years
You can't
old,
tell me about Janet,
he
sweetie.
said,
You
I
can't tell me
want to
about
work
Janet.
with Terry Lewis,
Move on. Move
and,
on. You can't tell me about Janet.
Jimmy Jam and Terry
Janet
Lewis.
and Brandy have
And
just as
I
many
don't give
That's-
daughters.
a fuck what my
that's music
dad
industry
says.
changing.
Brandy has
Because
just as
my
many
dad
daughters.
controls everybody in my family's career. That is moving the needle. And in
Don't tell me
spite
about
of
Janet.
every obstacle,
You can't tell me
he
about
came
Janet.
out on top.
No, we just
Tell me about
explaining the why it's different.
No, I know the why.
It's
I know
different.
It's
know
different. I'm
different.
sorry. It's different.
No
Those
bitches
type
were- no
of changes
bitches were
to
a
the
business.
music
No
industry.
bitches were a
different.
business.
That is
Listen,
moving the
no
needle.
bitches
And
were
then
a
she
business.
kept winning with her
Nobody
own
was a
formula.
business. Nobody was a business before Brandy was. Simple as that.
Okay. And that
Name
was
one.
wonderful, but that didn't
Name
shift
one.
anything.
That helps everyone in the music industry.
Sure.
That helps everyone.
No one's saying it's not.
Who's a black
but it's
woman?
something that
When you're the
for
first
me,
to do
moving the
something,
needle is
you're the
you
first to
winning
do
in
something,
spite of every
when
obstacle
you're the
that
first
is
to do
made
something in the music
before
industry
you.
over and over and over again, you're the first one to do it. Y'all ain't on shit. You
No.
still listening to JT's album, so you know I don't. I'm getting too old for this.
Don't use my daughter against
No,
No, I
But
will.
see-
I will because you're not gonna disrespect Brandy tonight.
I'm not
And then you
disrespecting
over there
Brandy.
listening to
I'm
JT,
just saying she
okay?
don't belong on this list.
when you, I thought you was gonna actually add in for Brandy. I would say that she was one of the first. The Full Moon album was very experimental, and that was to me was more innovative than all of the other things that you said. To me, that was like
to you.
to me.
But
That's why I
having a
said
black,
to me,
but having a Barbie doll that's black, okay,
because that's just a
it's fine.
successful thing that you did.
No,
That's
no,
not
that's
changing the
business.
music
That's
industry.
business. See, y'all don't
Okay,
understand
but it's
business
not.
side
We're
to
not
this.
talking about business. We talking
No,
about
you have
changing
to.
the music
'Cause
industry.
These girls be having businesses, outside of.
It
the
ain't
music
about that
career.
for me. For me,
It
it's
should
about
be.
how it's
It's always
changed
about
the
the
music
coin.
industry.
It's always about the coin. That's what it's about.
No, it's
No,
not.
that's what it is about.
It's about how it changes the music industry forever.
No.
It's about how the music execs and how labels start to think differently after something
Somebody
you
comes and changes
contributed.
it again. You know, Mariah changed the game. She already had an album out every year before Rihanna did that. Rihanna changed the game again. People come and change the game all the time. Beyonce changed
Yes,
the game.
but Rihanna is
Disney
also
changed the
different
game.
for reasons I've
Brandy
mentioned.
changed the
That's
game
another
because she
thing.
was a
Rihanna said,
businesswoman.
I'm gonna get out of this deal. I'm gonna keep giving you niggas albums because at the end of this, I want to be able to do whatever the fuck I want to do. That's moving the needle. That is moving the needle. and nobody, and it's an obligation that she had, but the way that she did it, the way that she did that was just a foreshadowing of what was to come. This is why she could sit at the helm of companies and so on and so forth, because that she's an innovator. Brandy to me is an innovator, but not in the
Child,
sense
y'all
that I
talking
need her to
in
be
circles.
for this list.
Y'all talking in circles. Let it go.
We're saying different
making
things.
it pretty
Y'all
clear.
talking in circles.
I'm making
Let
it pretty clear why I don't like this list is
No,
not
y'all
for her.
selective as fuck, and I don't know what words mean. I'm ready to go. Are y'all
Oh
done?
my God.
Are y'all done? 'Cause bitch, I don't have time for this. I really don't.
My God.
You got anybody else y'all want to talk about with two notable things y'all putting on the list?
Significant things that changed the game forever.
You.
Significant things that changed the game forever.
Okay. But that's not what they said at the top. But change the words.
This is why I wanted to be clear on what we were talking about.
Fine. It's not my
This
list.
is why I wanted to be clear.
Said,
no, read
this
what the
is
top
kind of a
said.
nuanced
What it
conversation.
said at the top of the list.
We asked if we can add a few qualifiers and quantifiers to this list to give you sort of a barometer of what, qualities.
Like
I
what
don't need a barometer, honey. I was there. I know what changed.
Okay, you say you don't, but then you feel like we're talking about something else.
I was there.
What they got?
You
what they got to do with it?
You acting like you're old ass there, and you
I know what time it is.
at all.
Too.
You don't know. You weren't listening.
I know
to
what
Brandy.
time it is with Brandy.
Okay, you wasn't born when Aretha Franklin was singing in her basement. So, but you don't need to be born to know what she contributed to music.
Am I arguing about Aretha? No.
I know, but still, you ain't have to be born to know how she changed music.
You're talking about something you don't know about. You weren't there.
How she changed the industry.
No.
Aretha was the first bitch that was telling niggas, give me my money up front. This is what we mean by moving the needle.
I didn't argue Aretha at all.
But this is what we're using her as an example. That is what we mean, moving the needle.
I told y'all talking in circles and let it go.
No, we're actually
not though.
Very direct.
No, it's fine. if y'all can be direct, y'all still full of shit. And y'all don't know what moving the needle means.
I know what oh my God.
I know.
Bitches was not getting TV and movie deals and modeling deals and Barbie dolls and shit like that. They weren't getting it.
But I acknowledge that for me, that's moving the needle for the culture.
Keep it moving.
That I need her to be for this list. That's it. I didn't say she wasn't an innovator.
Let's agree to disagree.
I just
y'all
don't
talking
see
in
it for this list.
Okay, put a period behind that. Because I don't give a fuck anymore.
Oh my God. See, now you
I don't.
What's crazy is I left her on the list. I argue. I left her on the list.
It doesn't matter if you did or not. I know what the fuck
words
mean. I know what words mean. I won't be disrespectful.
No.
I know what the hell I'm talking about. So y'all can suck the dick. I don't give a shit what y'all think about it. Okay?
Consider the dick sucked.
Yeah.
She's there. She's there. She is there.
Take her off. Make your own list.
Don't nobody care about my list. It's gonna be 50 people listening to this show, and then it'll all be forgotten.
Yo.
It'll all be forgotten.
Swallowers, what say you? I mean, send us a DM. Leave it in the comments. What say you about this?
What say you about this? Who do you think deserves to be in that coveted 7 spots?
Mm-hmm.
Who needs to go? Who needs to stay? Who belongs in that one spot that they forgot to fill? First of all. And
I would love to hear what people have to say.
And leave it at that. Leave it at that.
Oh my God. Listen, what are we doing differently in 2020?
Girl,
we ain't got time for that.
I know what I'm doing differently.
Oh.
After this, bitch, I will not be disrespected. Okay?
I ain't saying nothing.
I don't give a shit.
I didn't do
Are y'all gonna say what the
anything.
hell y'all gonna do different or not? Because I'm over at this point.
Child, what? I don't have anything that. Actually, no. No, I don't have anything. Lindsay, you have anything?
Oh yeah, I'm doing several things differently. I'm taking myself more seriously, and I've gotten into this thing where I've been trying, like, low key letting my age tell me, like, in my head about it, like, oh, you can't do this because you're this old and you're starting over. This is not gonna work. I'm trying to, like, really kill that voice and
Hmm.
really lean into what I know I can accomplish for 2025. I just want to have a light, drama-free year. It's been such a rough year for me. I just think I had to lean really into my talent and really cultivate that. And yeah, get to work, get to it, as they say. So that's my goal essentially for 2025.
I would lie and say I would like to go to the gym consistently, like we all do every
Oh
year.
God, I need these fucking 40 pounds, but I'm so goddamn big. I would love to leave that behind.
Or the only goals I have so far is getting my car back situated. So car situated. Finish school. The quarter starts again in the first or second week of January.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, focus on finishing school. Finances, I need to go up. We're gonna figure that out. I need more money,
More money.
and I'm gonna
More
figure out how to
money.
do it. And also, I'm setting a deadline for to finish this script that has been unfinished for years.
Well, 2 years. It's
That's
a
not. You said that like that was better.
listen,
That wasn't better.
listen. People be taking
Honestly,
7 years to write books. Listen, it's what it
I
is.
probably can go back and listen to other shows starting back from 2019 of us talking about this motherfucking script. To be
No,
honest with
but I
you,
think there's a beauty in that. I actually think there's a beauty in that, but it's like less talking, more doing, and we have to hit the ground running because the story is really good. The way it's shaping up, we're trying to do something that's a little unprecedented, and I hope it just resonates with everybody. And I'm really, um, I don't know. It's an important story that we're trying to get onto paper, and it's a lot of fun. Emery and I are learning a lot more about each other during this process too. He and I were differently
yeah.
challenged, but I don't know, it's still coming together.
I think at this point the Swallowers are like that. That show is like Sheree Whitfield's house.
She's in her house though.
It finally got.
It did get built, and
Yeah,
it's fabulous.
yeah.
And they said she ain't living it, but the bitch live in it. And she arguably has the best house on that show, I think, next to Moore Manor. And it might be even more beautiful than Moore Manor. That's Kenya
Now I
Moore.
gotta go see. Now I gotta go see it.
Her house is fab. But I mean,
Like,
there's a method to the madness. No, we're gonna get it done. We're going to get that
alright.
done. Absolutely.
And if we don't just read our swallows like y'all always do about not being consistent.
Listen, that's something we have to get to too. Like the business, we understand that people love the show, that are listening, and commitment has to be made to be more consistent. And that is really what I'm praying for in 2025. All of those things.
All right, that's all we got.
Yeah, that's all we got.
Swallowers, I hope you all have an incredible New Year's Eve going
Yeah.
into New Year's Day. We got a long 2025 ahead of us, but I appreciate y'all for riding the ride with us, as always.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little like impromptu show. I hope you enjoyed it. I wish everyone a happy and healthy and prosperous and successful new year. And yeah, would you like to add anything, Marcus?
Happy New Year.
Feliz Nuevo de Año. I don't know how I'm saying it.
Prospero año y felicidad.
You're not going to the ball drop, are you, Lindsay? Of course not.
I've never gone.
Most New Yorkers that are actually from New York have never gone.
But this year, it looks like it's going to be mild, but it's just packed with people. No, my anxiety.
I could not imagine.
No bathroom. Nope.
Could you imagine having to pee being in the middle of all that madness?
Nope. And it's in the morning, like, no thanks.
Yeah. Oh, y'all swallowers. Until next time. See you next year.
See you next year.
Ooh.